Andy Robertson is leaving Liverpool. FIFA is selling $4,105 World Cup seats, and Manchester City are scouting a 16-year-old in Berlin. This is not coincidence. Welcome back to Just Soccer. Tonight is about what clubs say publicly, what they negotiate privately, and how transfer news is often designed to move pressure, not just players. We begin at Anfield, because some exits are loud, and others are quietly monumental. Legend Robertson to leave Liverpool in summer. This is not a falling out or a panic sale. This is a club choosing timing over sentiment. Liverpool are protecting their future structure, even if it means letting a symbol walk away. Andy Robertson will leave Liverpool at the end of the current season after 9 years at Anfield, with his contract expiring this summer. Reports from ESPN FC and BBC Sport confirm there is no extension agreed and no dramatic rupture behind the scenes. Robertson arrived as an underdog and became the standard for modern fullbacks in the Premier League. Relentless running, timing in the final third, and a competitive edge that defined the Jurgen Klopp era 9 years later. Liverpool face a rebuild that does not have room for nostalgia contracts. This is the difficult part of elite squad management. You honor the legacy, but you do not let the calendar dictate your wage bill or your tactical evolution. Liverpool are saying thank you and goodbye in the same breath. In another development, the people who never miss a chance to monetize emotion have been busy. FIFA adds new, more expensive World Cup ticket tiers. This is not about access. It is about testing how far fans will stretch for proximity. FIFA are selling status, not just seats, and the market response will tell them everything. FIFA has added new, more expensive ticket tiers for this year's World Cup, with prices reaching up to $4,105 for a front Category 1 seat, according to ESPN FC. These are additional tiers, not a blanket increase across all tickets. The messaging is careful. Regular tickets still exist. The spectacle remains inclusive on paper, but the new pricing clearly targets corporate buyers and high-income fans chasing a premium experience. The risk is not backlash. FIFA expect that. The risk is normalization, because once fans accept these numbers for one tournament, they quietly become the baseline for the next. Elsewhere, a rumor surfaced that sounds like fantasy football until you read the sourcing twice.
For Cincinnati, looking in the move for Neymar.
This is not a done deal, and it is not close. It is a conversation, and conversations have motives. For clubs, being linked to Neymar is marketing oxygen, even if nothing ever materializes. Sources tell ESPN FC that FC Cincinnati is exploring options to bring Neymar to the United States, as interest from Major League Soccer continues around the Brazilian star currently playing outside the league. There is no agreement, no contract, and no confirmation that Neymar is actively seeking this move. At this stage, it is exploration and positioning, not execution. For Cincinnati, the upside is obvious. For Neymar, the calculus is about fitness, lifestyle, and legacy. Until those align, this remains a headline that benefits everyone except the sporting department. Meanwhile, frustration in Europe has turned into formal paperwork. Barcelona file complaint to Uefa after penalty denied in Atletico loss. Complaints rarely change results, but they shape narratives. Barcelona are fighting for influence as much as justice. Barcelona have filed a complaint with Uefa following a denied penalty in their Champions League defeat to Atletico Madrid. The incident could have led to a red card, and the club believes the decision materially affected the match. Uefa has not ruled on the complaint, and there is no indication of retrospective action. The submission is about accountability and record, not replaying the fixture. This is also about leverage. Barcelona want officials to know that moments like this will not pass quietly, especially when margins are already thin. That is not the only major move today, because the Premier League just widened the door to Europe. Premier League secures 5th spot for next season. This rewards depth, not dominance. The real winners are clubs hovering just below the elite. The Premier League will have at least 5 teams in next season's Champions League after securing an additional European performance spot through UEFA coefficient results, as reported by ESPN FC. The exact 5 teams are not yet determined, but the financial and competitive implications are immediate. More spots mean more revenue, more pull in the transfer market, and less punishment for inconsistency. This changes risk calculations. Clubs can gamble more aggressively, knowing that finishing 5th no longer feels like failure. Now to a story with longer-term impact at the Emirates Stadium. MIKEL ARTETA contract. Arsenal hold talks with manager over extending deal. This is about stability, not sentiment. Arsenal are signaling belief before the pressure peaks. Arsenal are holding talks with manager MIKEL ARTETA over extending his current contract, according to Sky Sports and BBC Sport. Discussions come as the club prepares for a decisive summer in the transfer market. No agreement has been signed, but the timing is deliberate. Arsenal want clarity heading into recruitment, sales, and expectation management. Backing Arteta now reduces noise later, it also ties the board to the consequences of the next squad build. At the same time, attention has shifted to a teenager carrying an uncomfortable amount of hope. ESTEVAO could be Brazil's World Cup's surprise. Davide Ancelotti. Talent is undeniable, but tournaments punish height. The real test will be role definition, not flair. Brazil assistant coach Davide Ancelotti has tipped Chelsea winger ESTEVAO Willian as a potential surprise at the World Cup. The 18-year-old has impressed enough to enter the conversation, though nothing is guaranteed. ESTEVAO is currently a Chelsea player, developing in a system that demands adaptability and patience. International tournaments are a different environment entirely. If Brazil manage his minutes and expectations, this could be inspired. If they chase headlines, it could burn fast! The situation is becoming more complex in North London. KUDUS may require surgery after injury setback. Injuries change squad planning more than transfers do. Tottenham must now plan without certainty. Tottenham winger Mohamed Kudus has suffered a setback in his recovery from a thigh injury, with reports suggesting surgery may be required, according to BBC Sport. No procedure has taken place yet, but the possibility alone alters timelines and tactical options for the club. For Tottenham, this is about depth and patience. Rushing recovery rarely ends well. Elsewhere at Chelsea, words spoken on international duty have required cleanup. ENZO FERNANDEZ, Chelsea midfielder and his agent, apologized to club for comments he made over his future in Real Madrid. This is damage control, not an exit strategy. Public speculation often outpaces private reality. ENZO FERNANDEZ and his agent have apologized to Chelsea following comments made about his future and Real Madrid while on international duty, as reported by Sky Sports. There is no indication that Fernandez is actively seeking a transfer. The apology was intended to reset trust and calm internal frustration. Modern players speak into microphones constantly. Clubs expect loyalty to be louder than curiosity. We close with a reminder that Manchester City rarely chase headlines, they chase profiles. Transfer rumors news: Man City eye move for Hertha's EICHHORN. This is about pipeline, not panic city. Are buying time, not minutes. Manchester City are interested in signing 16-year-old defensive midfielder Kenneth EICHHORN from Hertha Berlin, according to ESPN FC. No formal bid has been made. EICHHORN fits a familiar pattern: young, positionally intelligent, and moldable within City's development system. These moves rarely make noise now, but they echo loudly in 3 years. That is the state of football tonight. Legends leaving on schedule, money stretching the limits of loyalty, and clubs quietly shaping the future while the spotlight looks elsewhere. This is Just Soccer, and we will see you next time.